additional topics covered in this book. I didn't want to get into it because we got to get keep it to a certain level where we're not sitting here all day. But networking for the unemployed doesn't apply to any of us right now. Hopefully. Who's your wingman? He believes in a wingman status. You need to have somebody like a confidant that you can run ideas past. He discussed a time when he was trying to sell his company and he couldn't find out if it was a good idea, trying to get out of a partnership, and he has ideas where he can talk to somebody and say really personal things even beyond his wife, where he can have conversations and run ideas past people. A BWAG is something that's called a big, wild, audacious goal. I've heard it called a BHAG, a big, hairy, audacious goal. But the point is, reach for the stars. Have it something that's being attainable, but it's almost unattainable. You can always have something every day to wake up for. Networking is not all black and white. That's something that's tailored to racial networking, or in Southern California. Women in networking, well, you get that. Networking in the Facebook and Twitter world, I personally I don't know what that really means. I don't want to apply it, but somebody might. So the next part of this is basically trying to understand how can we apply all this stuff to us, and something that's more applicable to us in commercial real estate, as opposed to networking at your house, networking at your social events. Let's put it into real time, and how can we do it? So this is what I was talking about earlier, and one of the things I'm trying to do is get involved in a real estate organization. So that's NAIOP. But NAIOP, a lot of us think of NAIOP as just something where you go and you get some market information and you can get to know some of the brokers that you're doing deals with. But for young guys like Blair and Kyle and myself, it's also a way to get your real estate team. There's title reps, there's lenders, there's attorneys, there's CPAs, all these people that you should be talking with, that you should be able to talk. I can obviously do it through Rusty, you can go through Steve, but it's better if it's your guy. That I think if you can have to be able to talk to somebody and say this is your friend that you can grow up with, and so these are people you should be building your real estate team, in my opinion. But there's also a ton of organizations out there beyond NAIOP. I mean, you have AIR, which is more along the lines of LA, but they have stuff here. The Building Industry Association of San Diego helps you know what's happening in the construction industry. BOMA, CCIM, CRA is, I don't know, have any of you guys been to CRA? No? It's like a NAIOP deal, same situation. CREW, ICSC, anyway, there's a ton of these. And this is a website that a friend of mine through NAIOP started. It's called sdcred.com. You can go on there. It has all of these functions on one website, so you can go to the calendar of events and see what's happening for the day. So you can go out for that month and determine which ones you want to go to instead of having to go to 10 different websites. So that's a good website for you guys to go to and check out if you have any interest. These are charitable organizations. I'm trying to get on the Boys and Girls Club Springboard. I've gone to an event over at a wine tasting event. I've gone to a Springboard mixer or board meeting. And I mean, these board organizations have huge heavy hitters. The San Diego board has Dennis Green. I can't think of the ones off the top of my head, but these are the guys that are in Rancho Santa Fe, Del Mar, the richest people in the county. So you're getting plugged into the community. And that's exactly what Mike Lipsy was saying when he came in here, is nobody does that. I mean, and the people that do are tenant rep guys. So a lot of us in here are landlord brokers. You can get out and do this kind of stuff and get involved. You're plugged in with the heavy hitters in the industry. And this is another website you can go to, take a look, see if it's of interest, and find something you like. But I know Blair does the coaching with Little League, and Bo does too. You don't have to have a kid involved. An old partner of mine played football at Idaho, and he's coaching at Cathedral Catholic. He knows all the brokers from the kids that play there. He knows all of their parents and all the people involved in that to be able to get involved. So there's a lot of different things you can go to and meeting different people. And then these are non-real estate related events. This is something I used to be involved in, which is the Warehousing and Education Research Council. These are all the decision makers in the logistics industry. And I've been to a few events, and it's the legitimate people there. I mean, these are the guys that make the decisions, and it's kind of an expensive membership, but you show up and you're sitting with decision makers, having a beer, hanging out. Council of Supply Chain Management, very similar to that. Go to the San Diego Venture Group. I mean, that's venture capitalists. They're entrepreneurs. They're sitting there trying to figure out how to get a building off the ground. I mean, this is stuff where it doesn't need to be an incubator. These guys could jump straight into a big building. 6 Degrees of San Diego, Connect, Biocon. All these things are trying to get in front of decision makers without having to go through the gatekeeper. Just out of the box thinking that you don't have to go see a CPA. You know, whatever, go to where those guys do. Get in touch with the guys that are talking to the guys. So you can get leads through that. Joke of the day, a networker walks into a bar, his friend walks around it. So we all like to booze. We all like to have fun. At the end of the day, you just need to be able to get out there and make sure that you know what you're doing, and don't let the day pass you by. Take advantage of it.